Who doesn't believe that we are in a crisis, that our democratic government right now is this corrupt that they would do some dumb shit? In case you guys don't know, Donald Trump just got shot. Apparently, he just got winged. He's injured. And according to that video, he seems to be okay, or that he will be okay. But that doesn't mean it's over. And I can't see anybody, I don't care who they come out and say was the shooter at this point. I can't see anybody else being responsible for what just happened to this man other than coming from the Democratic Party. This is it's really sad to know that we are living in a world where the people can't win, where when we got people that actually want to stand up and do the right thing for us, regardless of whatever selfish motives they have, regardless of whether you love or hate the man because of his personality, but when people actually come forward and say what's going on in our government is wrong, we don't get to have that. We can't stand up for ourselves. We can't fight for ourselves. We're not living in a democracy. This has become a fascist and communist country. We are being controlled, and I don't even I hate to say I told you so, but I saw this coming a long time ago. The way that this man speaks up for the people, the way that they need to label him as an enemy, the fact that he basically has said that when he becomes president again, he's willing to expose everybody for all the corrupt that they've done. They can't afford for Trump to be in office right now, so they do stupid stuff like this. And again, they'll come out with this huge conspiracy theory. If this was planned, they've already come up with a story. They've already convinced some particular person or some particular group that he needed to go. But I can guarantee you that one person that they end up putting the blame on, regardless of what the story is, that person that they decide to put the blame on, it's bigger than that. I don't care if Trump has to step out of the race at this point. Whoever becomes presidential candidate for the Republican Party needs to win. And I'm not talking about rhinos. I'm talking about somebody like a Tulsi Gabbard, like a Vivek Ramaswamy. Somebody other than what we have in office right now needs to take control. We need to vote red all the way down the ballot just to get this corrupt. We need to, whoever the next president is, needs to decide right here, right now, that when they get into office, they are going to expose everybody for everything. We should not be living in a country where a president steps up to do the right thing and he's got to be afraid for his life. That is not a democracy. And I'm sorry, you guys see me talk. I try to speak with common sense. I try to be logical about everything. And and to be perfectly honest, I don't know Trump to be like, oh my God, he's been shot. But I know what he stands for. And I changed my whole ideology. I went from being a Democrat and a liberal, so I thought, to actually listening to what the other side had to say and watching this man stand up and be a straight gangster, trying to do what's right for the people. Was he a womanizer? Is he a womanizer? What man in this day and age isn't being accused of being a womanizer? Where's all this information coming from about how corrupt Trump is and everything he's done? It's coming from the people that need him to lose. None of you. Everybody right now, if you're not in government or in politics, every one of you who hate Trump right now, you hate that man not because of what you know, but because of what they told you. JFK had the same problem. He took a stand against his government, and look what happened to him. You could call this conspiracy theory all day. And for the record, I will say allegedly, just so that I'm not being banned or you guys don't sit up here and say that I'm trying to, be some kind of traitor to this country, whatever but this, you have to be angry. I don't know what's going to happen after this. I really don't. And I'm sorry for rambling, and I'm sorry for not having a controlled train of thought right now. And I really hate to be the one or one of the ones to come out and say, I told you so. The math was not that hard to do when you look at everything he is trying to accomplish and you look at the government labeling him an enemy. This needs to come to an end. Everybody's little personal, selfish agendas that have caused us to be divided against each other, that have allowed crap like this to take place. I'm at a point. I love my kids so much that all I do at this point is am looking out for their future, because what we're doing right now, they won't have a future. And you got all of these, and I'm not, we won't call them out by name because that's not important right now, but you got all of these personal agendas, and none of them care about what's going on with the future of our children. They only care about themselves. I'm sorry. I really am that angry right now. It doesn't matter whether I called it or not. It doesn't matter. It matters that our Democratic Party, our democracy is so egotistical, so corrupt, so evil that we would know they would do something like this, or that this would happen. Let's just get back to allegedly. And they would still do it. You know you are selling the people bull, and your lies have only been able to go on for so long. There's enough evidence to strongly not just suggest, but support the fact that you stole the election the last time. But then you hide it from the people and tell them that's not real. You got all of this information to say that our government is responsible for the assassinations of the presidents that they didn't want in power. And now it happens again. When you got a man in power that you pretty much know is going to win, and you can't have that because you're afraid of what he's going to do when that happens. You're afraid that he's actually going to stand up for the people and do the right thing, which is to drain the swamp. And now the people need to look at that. And you need to decide, is that the kind of democracy that you want to stand behind, that you want to support? You're okay with them doing things like this to their political opponents because they don't want to give up the power that they have, the political corruption that they've created for decades? I gotta go, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Above all else, prayers go out to Donald Trump. I hope everybody, I mean, he went out like a straight gangster. He ain't going. But he made sure the people know, I'm not done fighting. We should not be done fighting. And if nothing else, something like this should pull the people together that much more. The division between the people needs to go away. We need to defeat the government we have in office. That's why they want to get rid of guns, so that they can do more things like this. And no, I'm not going to tell you that I know 100% that our government was involved, but I will tell you that a lot of us that have been paying attention could easily have predicted that something like this was going to happen. You guys, I can't even say enjoy your weekend because I know we won't. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. Hearts and prayers go out to Donald Trump and his family. And we got to keep this. We have to win at all costs at this point. Take care, guys.